Common techniques in positive discipline, teaching with love and understanding. Hello everyone, and a warm welcome to all the parents tuning in. Today, we're going to chat about a topic that every parent surely cares about. How can we raise our children to be good people in a gentle yet effective way? That's where positive discipline comes in, an approach filled with love and respect for our kids. Before we dive into the specific methods, let's start with this golden rule. There's no such thing as a bad child. Sometimes, kids just show behavior that isn't quite appropriate yet. And the wonderful thing is, the techniques we're about to explore don't just help guide our children's behavior. They also strengthen the parent-child bond and help our kids build trust in us. Methods like redirection, praise, or selective ignoring can help prevent unwanted behavior right from the start. No threats, bribes, yelling, or spanking needed. Now, let's dive into the specifics. Redirecting your child's attention. First up, let's talk about a super handy trick for little ones: redirection. You know how young kids can only focus on one thing at a time, right? So shifting their attention from one thing to another isn't all that hard. For example, if your toddler is curiously trying to poke their fingers into a dangerous power outlet, instead of shouting, try handing them an interesting toy or creating an engaging activity to draw them away. If that doesn't work, you can simply pick them up and move them to a different area, or invite them outside to play. A change in environment often leads to a shift in focus. With older children, instead of constantly saying, "Don't do this," or "Don't do that," try suggesting what they can do instead. Rather than, "No more TV," try something more positive like, "Hey, how about we go for a walk in the park?" Or, "This book is really fun, want to read it together?" When we focus on positive alternatives and appealing choices, kids are less likely to resist or argue. Oh, and here's a little tip for parents of toddlers. Create a safe environment around your child. Put away anything dangerous or breakable so your little explorer doesn't have easy access. Prevention is better than cure, right? The power of selective ignoring. It may sound strange, but sometimes the best way to deal with certain unwanted behaviors is to ignore them, selectively, of course. This only works if the behavior isn't dangerous to your child or others and is mainly just attention-seeking. For instance, if your child is deliberately spilling milk on the floor or interrupting you during a phone call, not giving them the attention they're seeking, positive or negative, can often lead them to stop that behavior altogether. When choosing to ignore, the key is to show no emotional reaction. Don't let your face or tone show that you're paying attention. If possible, you can even leave the room for a moment, as long as your child is old enough to be safe alone. Just a heads up, sometimes the behavior might get a little worse before it goes away. So hang in there and stay consistent. And remember, we're ignoring the behavior, not the child. As soon as they stop and return to more appropriate behavior, give them your full attention again, praise them or spend time playing together. Of course, if your child starts hurting themselves or destroying things while you're ignoring, it's time to step in immediately to ensure safety. Praise and positive reinforcement done right. One of the most powerful tools parents have is praise. But how do we praise in a way that's actually effective? That's where positive reinforcement comes in. It's all about acknowledging and celebrating your child's good behavior, even the small stuff. When done right, praise becomes a powerful motivator for your child to repeat those lovely behaviors in the future. The trick is to be specific. Instead of a vague, "Good job," or "You're such a good kid," focus on the specific action. For example, if your child comforts a classmate who's feeling sad, say something like, "I'm so proud of you for caring about Nam and trying to cheer him up when he was feeling down." You could even add, "I think your kindness made him feel so much better. I bet he really appreciated it." This kind of specific praise helps your child understand exactly what they did right and why it matters. Besides verbal praise, natural rewards can also work wonders. Say your child politely asks for 5 more minutes to play instead of throwing a tantrum, you might say yes. Not only does it make them happy, but it also teaches them that polite communication gets better results. Time out and time in. When to use which? Most parents have heard of timeout, a method to help children calm down when they're angry, having a meltdown, or misbehaving. For timeout to be effective, you need clear rules: where it happens, how it works, and how long it lasts. And you have to stick to those rules consistently. When done right, it can be useful in situations like fighting, throwing things, shouting, or doing something dangerous. But sometimes, timeout doesn't work. It might even make your child feel rejected or hurt. In those moments, consider a gentler alternative: time in. Time in is about staying with your child during tough emotions rather than sending them away. You sit with them, help them calm down, and guide them through their feelings and behavior. When children feel connected and understood, they're more willing to cooperate and listen. To do a time in, the parent needs to stay calm too. Bring your child to a quiet, neutral place, like the couch, and sit with them. Try to understand what's going on, accept their emotions, and help name them. The goal is not punishment, it's helping your child work through their emotions and learn from them. Giving clear, simple instructions. Ever feel like your child doesn't understand your instructions, or forgets them immediately? There's a simple fix for that. Instead of giving long-winded speeches or multi-step tasks, try breaking things down into short, clear, easy-to-understand instructions. Instead of saying, "Clean up your toys, go upstairs, get your pajamas, brush your teeth, change, bring your dirty clothes down, and go to bed," break it into parts. Start with, "Let's put your toys in the basket." Once that's done, move on. "Now let's brush your teeth." Step by step. If your child ignores you or forgets, give a serious but calm reminder: "I need you to brush your teeth now." Young children respond better to simple, immediate instructions. You can explain the why behind things later, when both of you are calm and have more time. One common trap parents fall into is repeating the same request over and over until the child finally does it. This can make kids depend on reminders. Instead, pause for a few seconds. Look your child in the eyes seriously. And wait. Sometimes, silence can be more powerful than words. Setting smart limits and offering choices. Lastly, here's a powerful technique to help your child become more cooperative and independent. Set limits and offer choices within those limits. The idea is that we stay in control of the situation by offering acceptable options, rather than trying to control the child completely. For instance, if your child refuses to change clothes to go outside, instead of forcing them, you can say, "You can get dressed and we'll go outside." Or you can stay in and play. That way, your child feels in control of their decision, but either option is something you're okay with. Giving choices helps children learn how to make decisions and take responsibility for them. Important life skills. For younger kids, even simple choices make a big difference. Which toy do you want to bring along? Do you want apple slices or pear slices? Do you want to wear the red shirt or the blue one today? When kids get to take part in decision-making, they feel respected and are more likely to cooperate. Sometimes, your child may demand an option that wasn't offered. "No, I want something else." In that case, gently but firmly remind them, that choice isn't available right now. You can pick this one or that one. Which do you want? So, we've just walked through several powerful positive discipline techniques. Remember, parenting is a journey, and nobody's perfect. Be patient with your child and with yourself. Using these approaches won't just help your child behave better, they'll also help you build a loving, trusting, and lasting connection with them. Wishing all the amazing parents out there lots of success on this beautiful journey.